with a dress on. Like, I just had the time of my life. It's the sun, me and the sun racing home right now. I got home, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. Andre's car still not in the driveway. So, my plan definitely didn't work. He drove up 5 minutes after we drove up. 5 minutes. And Andre's headlights was shining on me. And I was looking back at him like, yeah, motherfucker. And he was looking at me like, what the fuck do you have on? And he gets out the car, and as soon as he walked up to me, I don't know what he said, but he got slapped for it. He went in the house, I went in the house behind him. So it was just all building up, building up, building up. So now it's all coming out, it's all coming out. Everything that I just kept inside, all my frustrations, I was just enraged, I was about to snap, I was hurt. Next thing you know, he pulled me in the bedroom and we were fighting. The whole time I'm screaming and he grabbed me, throwing me back on the bed, pinning me down. And how could you? And ripping my clothes, and he's just going crazy. And then when I would get up on my feet and then I would start just beating on him and stuff, he would ball up and he would just let me take my frustrations out. And I was blasted, I was wasted. I was blackening it out the whole time. And I woke up, and that's when I walked in the bathroom and looked in the damn mirror. And when I seen my face, I was like, I'm about to kill him. I had a big bruise right here that went from the outside of my lip, flipped the lip under to the inside. I didn't even recognize myself. I was like, no.
And then you wake up to fight.
No, this is not happening. I'm gonna kill him. I was still enraged. I was still hurt. And that's when I went in the closet and I seen all of these new tennis shoes just stacked up, just stacked up, just stacked up, just stacked up. I was like, wait a minute. All right. One of these better be for me. I didn't see no damn size 4, so them sneakers went right in the bathtub. I was like, he's staying out late. He's fucking other bitches. He ain't coming home. He ain't buying me no tennis shoes. He ain't even thinking about me. He's totally disrespecting me. He bruised my face. I was just like a mad woman, like just throwing him in there, just like, you're gonna burn, you're gonna burn. Went under the cabinet, grabbed my lighter fluid that I used to barbecue with, and barbecued me some tennis shoes.
Officials say it started near the back of the home and spread unbelievably fast.
Now I'm hypnotized by the flames. I'm in a trance. Flames are growing. The fire, the intensity, everything is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. My sister ran in the bathroom, and she pulled me out of it because at that point I was just gazing. And when I got outside, I looked at that house, and this feeling came over me like, wow, the house of evil is burnt to the ground, it's burning. We left and we went to the hospital, and all of a sudden it was on the news already, 6 o'clock in the morning. So many stories came out. I never opened my mouth about what happened, but yet people were printing stories like it was the gospel truth.
Lopez sat next to her mother in the backseat of this Mercedes as friends drove her to the police precinct where she surrendered. Police say most of the questioning centered on the circumstances that led this pop singer to allegedly commit arson.
And I was like, don't believe anything you hear and only believe half of what you see. I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't mean for the house to burn down. I just meant for it to stay in the tub. I didn't realize any of that. So for me, even though I was getting handcuffed, I always had a positive outlook, like everything's gonna be okay. I don't see myself going down for 20 years because of an accident, because that's what it was. It was an accident.
According to a police report, when Rison and a group of friends returned from a nightclub, Lisa Lopez ran from the house out into the driveway and began to slap and curse the victim.
I was like, I am a victim, okay? You got him, like, pegged out to be the victim. You got me looking like an alcoholic.
Lisa has an alcohol problem and has actually had an alcohol problem for some time.
Like, I was just crazy, drunk out my mind, didn't know what I was doing, and just for no reason, just decided to burn down the house when I was abused, like physically, mentally.
Lopez is a singer with the hip-hop group TLC. What she's accused of doing yesterday is far from tender loving care.
I was like, I have fans. This is not the picture that I'm trying to create. I'm not trying to be no crazy nutcake. Everybody is like, you know you can go to jail. Do you realize what you did? You burned the house down. And my lawyer is like, your thinking got you into this mess. Let somebody else thinking get you out.
People could have died. Other houses could have burned. And there's just no way to get around that. And you need to own it and accept it.
Next thing you know, I'm almost sitting up in some old detox room, like, what am I doing here?
I set in like, oh, that's me.
What the hell? This is crazy. What the heck? A lot of this stuff I write down, I'm disappointed as I write it. And then I'll go back and read it. That was pretty cool. Anyway, this morning started the drama, and this evening encompassed it as well. But sunshine filled in the spaces, and all's well ends well. And that, my friends, is my journal. When it comes to really expressing your feelings on that piece of paper, it's a very fine line between just a poem or a rap. They're really the same thing.
And like his promises true, only my faith can undo the many chances I blew to bring my life to an end. Clear blue and unconditional skies have dried the tears from my eyes, no more lonely cries.
Yeah, the rap in Waterfalls, it's based on a true story. I was in a diversion center at the time, serving out my sentence. I got out on a 2-hour break to go in the studio and listen to the song that TLC was working on, called Waterfalls. On the way, I was admiring the streets, the buildings, the trees, the sky, and I looked up, there was this rainbow. And I was like, wow, this place we live in never meant so much to me until now.
Dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes are coming true. Believe in yourself, the rest is up to me.
If you read the lyrics, it pretty much describes what was going on around me, where I was at that time in my life. Charter Peachford. Charter Peachford.
Why don't you bring out that weed, man?
Drug Rehabilitation Center.
If you know your kid has been smoking pot, find a way to take action.
Charter Peachford, you know them commercials be coming on all the night. Someone, if you can't get help somewhere, get help at Charter.
More than 4 million young Americans have a drinking problem. Do you?
You always wonder what is going through the mind of a dope fiend. What would make him steal from his own family? Well, I got to spend 30 days with one. People who died and overdosed and was pronounced dead and came back to life. Peddlers peddling this day and there. Then you got rich people. People who come in there just because the insurance is gonna pay for it. They want a vacation. People who come in there because they can't handle the fact that their dog passed away. You know what I mean? It's just from one extreme all the way to the next. And then you got me, you know, some old hip-hop superstar who burned her boyfriend's house down.
You up in there right with him?
I'm right up in there with him, and we all, every day, we get together and we talk. First thing they tell you to say is, my name is whatever it is, and I'm an alcoholic. That's what they make you say. Well, I never said it.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a recording artist.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'll never say, they be looking at me like, she's never gonna get it together.
Experienced drill instructors know full well the value of soldierly conduct, order, obedience, and hard work.
You might still have my picture hanging up in there.
Oh, for real?
Because I made the best bed. I have my closet. My locker was the cleanest. They used to come in my room and be putting stuff up in the hallway. This is what your bed should look like.
Beds are made. Beds that will be welcome after days of exacting drill.
They sitting up there showing me how to make a bed. And I'm like, I've been making my bed like this since I was a baby. Military style. I had no idea that what my father was teaching us was military stuff. When I was in the rehabilitation program, my father was on my mind.